kill a dog if, A...
When we first did the show at the National Theatre, we were in the round, and it was a very, very small theatre with the audience completely surrounding us.
A lot of the audience were either on the stage floor or looking down on it. So you were looking down on his world and very much a part of his world.
This means Mr. Shears is my prime suspect.
The great thing about being in the round is you don't have to worry about looking out. You don't need to worry about where you're facing. So you feel very free as an actor. And what's interesting about that is it feels very, very real. And I think the audience felt that they were just completely in the room with us. It was very, very intimate. We could see everybody and we could see their emotion on their faces, whether they were laughing or crying or shocked or surprised.
Did you mean to hit the policeman?
Yes.
No, you didn't mean to hurt the policeman.
When we went to the West End and we realised that we were going to transfer into the theatre, which was a proscenium arch, so you're looking at it end on.
It can mean I want to do sex with you. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't use those words, Christopher.
Yes, you did, on September 12th last year at First Break.
I think we were all a bit sceptical about whether it would work. But then when we really looked at it, we tried to make a virtue of the fact that actually, from the audience's point of view in the West End, you see Christopher and you see him in his box. So you may not actually be inside it in the same way as you are when it's staged in the round, but you are very aware of him in his context.
I find people confusing. This is for...
I found it, as the narrator, quite difficult to connect with everybody in the auditorium in the round, because inevitably there were about, I suppose, 100 people behind me. So in terms of storytelling, I find it easier to do it in the bigger space.
I started by looking in the kitchen. Then I detected in the utility room.
It's rather nice to be able to put Christopher inside his total encapsulated world. A kind of cube that is the set feels very satisfying, I think, and Christopher's the sort of the centre of that kind of Rubik's Cube of his brain.
We had walls, which we didn't have when we were in the round before, and we had a back wall as well and side walls. We then started to make use of those.
We recognised that pretty much all of the choreography would have to change. It was quickly apparent that it was an opportunity to make things potentially bigger and better and to change the focus slightly. And going into a bigger venue, it had to be more dynamic. We were taking the same cast into that new venue, and they had grown in that time. So they were itching, they were ready to do something bigger and better, so it was an absolute joy.
It gives us the ability to do things we couldn't do before, climbing up walls, jumping off walls, spinning off walls. There's lots of things which it opened up by being proscenium.